Hey guys, it's Leo, and we're finally with Cure Anje, our dear blue cure of HUGTTO PRECURE. So let's talk about episode 2 of this gorgeous season. Well, gorgeous, not so much. I have to say I was expecting more from episode 2. But okay, let's talk about the episode and I'm gonna show you guys why I'm not feeling very happy about this episode, even though I liked it. First thing, I think it was very interesting that now the public knows about Precure. So people were talking about it in the classroom, people were discussing about it, people knew Curiel's name, they knew her catchphrase. That's a very interesting thing. It makes things more dangerous and it kind of gets a little more entertaining to watch the girls maneuver the situations. I also loved how Harry told Hannah not to tell everyone about her identity and her superhero persona, and she was so easy to agree with that. She was so easy to agree with that, and I loved how she was feeling like the secret superhero. I loved that so much. Hannah's such an interesting character. I'm really liking her. And okay, so this episode had a little focus on Saya. I say that it had a little focus on her because it wasn't totally focused on Saya, but Saya was one of the main points of the episode. So we get to know a little bit more of her. We knew that her personality is well, let's just go back a little bit. I said in earlier videos that I was afraid that she was going to be way too much alike other blue cures, but I don't think she is. She's very shy, she's not too confident in herself. Even though other blue cures had this problem, they externalized this in different ways. Saya's very kind, and it seems to me she takes responsibility for her duties, of course, but I think that her kindness is the first and foremost part of her character. She's also very shy, and I loved that scene with the girls in the classroom talking about her and how much they like her. So, you know, they respect Saya, but at the same time they feel safe enough to play with her. You know, they feel safe enough to, you know, just interact with her. They're not afraid of her in a respectful way. You know, they interact with her, and I liked that cute part of her character. I liked her interaction with Hannah, taking her to the library, talking about birds with her, and the Twitter bird appeared. That was nice. There was just a callback to Twitter. I saw that joke, I think, on Twitter, and I thought it was very funny, actually. Anyway, at the same time, we had a little bit more development on HUGTTO and Harry. So we saw the Ikemen Harry, and it's nice because he has a little transformation. He has even a transformation phrase, and I don't remember the transformation phrase exactly, but he says Ikemen in a part of his phrase, and you know, he transforms into a beautiful young guy. So I've seen that some people were waiting for my reactions, and to be honest, I don't know, but my reaction was the same as Hannah. You know, I was like, what the hell is this? Because, you know, I thought that Hannah was going to frown over him, and it was like, oh my god, so beautiful, but she didn't, and she was actually more confused about what was really going on, and that's how I felt, because that physique, it matches nothing to Harry's personality. And you know, when it comes to being hot, a hot guy, I don't really see him as that, you know, even though I can understand that young girls would see that as an example of beauty. But, you know, just in a comparison, Precure guys that are hot to me, the hottest Precure guy ever is Ichika's father. I forgot his name, but that is a daddy. I liked oh my god. And obviously, Hannah's father is also very interesting. He's so big, and his shoulders, I was like, oh. And he's very gentle. He seems to be very gentle. I love that. And I love big guys who are very gentle. And I usually like older guys. So, you know, those young, like 16, at least they look like 16. They do nothing for me. I mean, they shouldn't. Anyway. The house was very interesting, but I must say that taking care of HUGTTO, taking care of a baby is not something that is very exciting to see. So I was like, when Hana was trying to make her sleep and make her happy. I don't know. I just felt like those scenes are gonna drag for me. I feel nothing when it comes to taking care of a baby. I know this is a very important thing, and it's a very specific ability I don't have, but lots of people have, and lots of people don't have, but they have to acquire it when they're mothers or fathers. And I don't feel like this is a particularly interesting thing to watch. So those scenes that they were making milk, they were trading diapers. Oh. So well, but there was a very interesting scene. I want to leave that for later. I want to leave theories for later. Anyways, Harry talked about the future and how things can become dangerous if the Precure don't defeat the evil corporation. And that was a very interesting thing. There was a very interesting take on time, and it seems that the time is really the theme of this episode, and I loved it. I love not the episode, the season. So the time is the theme of the season, and I love it. I think it's a very interesting theme and a very interesting something that we can dissect and talk about in so many different ways. And it's also tied to what you want to do in the future, who you want to be in the future. And I'm 30 years old, but those themes, they really get to me. I feel like we're never old enough to dream about who we want to be. It's never too late. So another thing that I found very, very interesting was when Saya was able to find that house, and she had the same experience as Hana in the first episode. Time stopped for her when HUGTTO was screaming at the sky, and every time she followed that voice, she met Hana. That's so interesting. And I really liked that. I really liked how things are connected in this season, and it seems that they're all part of what's going on. So time stopped for her, and she knew something was up. And when Hana asked her how she found the house, she didn't say, she didn't answer. And we then had a very interesting talk. Harry was very interested in Saya, and another thing that I love about Harry is how Harry interacts with Hana. They're always clashing, and it's kind of funny, and I love how Hana doesn't bow down to him. She always answers back, and she never really lets the ball down. They're a great duo. I'm sure of it. They're going to be a great, great duo. And I felt that it was interesting because we had more pre-hearts. We had 3 more pre-hearts apart from the Hana one. So we know Hana, Saya, and Homare, they're the trio, but there's another one. Future cures, obviously. And okay, so then when they were talking, the villain attacked, and we had another Oshimaida. Now I remember the name. I don't think I'm gonna forget it anymore. Anyway, Oshimaida appeared, and they obviously Hana had to go and start fighting. Interesting take. It was also everything was very fast, and I think that Saya was already prepared because she already had those strange and mystical happenings in her life a day back, and she was already kind of prepared for something like that. So her shocking moments were not as long. That was good, and she was able to transform into pure Anje, and a beautiful transformation, beautiful attack. If you want to watch my reaction, I'm gonna leave the links below. Anyway, the fighting itself, we had some action with Kyuriel. She was able to withstand the monster's attack, and she was able to defeat the monster together with Kure Anje, but the fight was a big, big letdown to me. I'm gonna tell you guys why. I hate when Magical Girl shows focus too much on the main character, on the leader, and she's the only one that can defeat the monsters with her powers, with her attacks. We had this in Sailor Moon, the 90s anime. We had this with Wedding Peach. We had this with Tokyo Mew Mew. We had this with other Precure seasons. But Precure usually doesn't follow this mold. Precure usually breaks this. All the characters are strong enough to defeat the monsters. All the cures are very strong. We had some seasons here and there that are not really like this, but they're exceptions. And now, Kure Anje's debut, Kure Anje's first appearance, she used her power just to stop an attack from the monster. A simple attack from the monster that a cure would just do this to stop that. I hated, hated this moment. I really did. I didn't like it. I wanted Kira Anji to be the one to beat the monster. I liked their interactions in the fight. I think that it was very interesting that Kira Anji used the power to stop the attack of the monster, like this kind of shield, you know, and they were able to use Kira Anji's intelligence to their benefit so that they can defeat the monster. But I wanted Kira Anji to be the finisher. I wanted Kira Anji to be the finisher, and I don't want Curiel to defeat every single monster that we have. I want every single one of the cures in this season to be able to shine by defeating the monster. I hope it doesn't happen anymore. And their last scene, the last scene between them, it was very cute, although I think it was strange that Curiel was standing far from Kira Anji. You know, we know Hana's personality. Hana is a hugger, and even though she might not feel confident enough to hug Saya, to hug Kira Anji, she would at least get closer to her. So that distance felt really strange to me. Another thing that was very interesting was when Hana was cheering for Saya. Hana was cheering for Saya at that moment. It was so beautiful, and Saya using that to help her. Gorgeous. And I liked that Saya was also able to doubt herself at the start when she discovered she could be a cure. She doubted herself, but then she was like, no, I can do this. I'm strong enough. I have the courage inside of me. You know, that was really, really great. Now, theory time. Let's talk theory. Oh my god, almost 12 minutes of video, sorry. Theory time. HUGTTO had a dream. Before talking about the theory, sorry. Kira Anji's eyelashes, they're blue. Guys, they're blue. This is so drag queen / magical girl. Loved it. Anyway, theory time. Hana had a dream while she was sleeping with HUGTTO. She was like, she was sitting, HUGTTO was in her hands, and Harry was also sleeping. So I think that dream was from HUGTTO. HUGTTO was having this dream and Hana was able to see it. HUGTTO was remembering a time when she was fighting, and together with her there were other cures, and those cures, they were losing the fight. The cures and HUGTTO, they were losing the fight, but somehow they told HUGTTO to run and to escape. So HUGTTO was able to escape the fight, and well, I don't know if that was HUGTTO, but I think it's HUGTTO, so I'm gonna say it's HUGTTO. HUGTTO was able to escape the fight, and I think those theories that everyone were talking about in my last video, if you want to check it out, just read the comments of my first reaction video. HUGTTO traveled back in time, and now she's trying to defeat the monster, to defeat evil, so that we can live at peace again. So, interesting take. Lots of different precures. I think I saw, apart from HUGTTO, there were other 3 silhouettes, 3 shadows. I'm not sure, but I think I saw 3. That's so mysterious. I'm loving this story of this season because I love all this mystery, all those theories. So let's keep theorizing. I really want to hear from you. Sorry for the long video, but you know, sometimes it happens. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and until next episode, episode 3. Episode 3 is not gonna feature oh my god, but a new story for us. Bye bye. Oops.